Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving infinite praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashim Al-Shabbat Hakodash, giving double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone, Shalom salutation. So you sincere Akims across the four winds, pushing this truth with sincerity of heart. I'm your fellow servant, Kasama God from the DC camp, coming at you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shabbat Hakodash, to feed the elect. And this is another installment of the Watchtower. And as you should already know, it's about prophecy. It's about news. It's about blowing a trumpet to the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and letting you know that the day of judgment is at hand. So like it's at hand, and for you to be ready. I have a couple of articles here. The first one I have is out of the Independent Co. UK, right? This is out of the Independent, and it says Fauci calls for unvaccinated Americans to be banned from air travel. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to upload this video off of my regular channel. If not, then this is probably gonna be one of the backup channels because, of course, the YouTube wardens. They did their thing, so probably won't be able to put up a video for about a week on GMS Customs by a month. So this is probably going up in one of my backup channels, and until I'm back online on the other page. You know what? This is just what it is. It's a crown. We take that as a crown to our heads. You're doing the work of the Lord. These things are gonna happen. It's cancel culture. We coming to the end of this thing, so the truth has to. Evil is gonna try to bury the truth as always. As prophesied, it says Fauci calls for unvaccinated Americans to be banned from air travel. So that's what he called. Let me see if I can play this right quick. Hopefully. So basically that's the news right there. Says Dr. Anthony Fauci has backed the idea of banning unvaccinated people from air travel in the U.S. I would support that if you want to get on a plane and travel with other people, you should be vaccinated. Dr. Fauci, the director of the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, told the Skim this podcast. According to The Hill, the podcast was taped last week and is set to be released on Thursday. The support from Dr. Fauci, who earlier led the COVID-19 task force, comes days after Democrat Representative Don Bayer introduced a bill in the House of Representatives to make a proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test taken within 72 hours from travel a requirement to board an airline or a train. Which this video will go into both of those things. First, of course, the statement that Dr. Anthony Fauci made, this is going according to Agenda 21. And, they're moving just like the elites are moving, just like they said they would. All right, and travel is going to be restricted, and eventually is going to be banned for people that are for the unvaccinated. I mean, that's the eventuality. It's just a matter of time, and this is all prophesied in the scriptures. All right, this is out of the Apocrypha, right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. I'm going to go straight to the point. All right. It says, all right, I'm going to go to 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right, society is going to collapse, and all the nations are going to go berserk. All the governors, because when it says the kings, you look that word up, kings, is talking about the governors. All the governors and mayors of these cities, they're going to catch hell. That's why they're going to have to introduce martial law, military martial law, because things are going to go south. And it says, verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to." So that's travel ban right there. Whether it be medical travel ban or military travel ban, ultimately we go into a time where traveling from one state to another, one city to another, there's going to be major restrictions. And there's going to be bans. All right? So it's really going according to the plan of the Lord. This is the prophecy of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And us, the prophets, we warning, the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3 out of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to get their house in order, man. Things are going to change drastically. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." I'm going to start at 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You got to understand, one of the main reasons why these things is happening in Babylon, aka the United States of America, is because, you see, everything was plotted out. See, when you being invaded, the line of protection is really the men. That's the reason why men go to wars. Men are supposed to protect their household from invasion. Now, although this invasion is not necessarily a military invasion from the outside, the elites have invaded and infiltrated this place from the very beginning of its this place inception, right? Through the enslavement of us Israelites for 500 plus years now, to establishing feminism, which feminism, what it did, it weakened the men, and it made pretty much the men run into like entertainment and sports and all that, and it made the men not really be fully involved into social issues, and especially getting into their dominant frame, so to speak. So now basically it left doors open for the elites to come in here, get into the minds of the women, weaken the men. So now that the elites about to bring some draconian measures to pretty much take this place apart, you don't have any men to stand, because they don't even know, they don't know what the hell's going on. They're just happy that football is back. They're not worried about the fact that all their constitutional laws going to be taken away. And for us Israelites, as we witness this, is beautiful, because the Lord is setting this up. He's not allowing the Edomite men, the men of the rest of the nations, to stand up and fight for this wicked land so that we can remain slaves. So he made sure to weaken the men of this nation. All right. So this is beautiful, man. So all these attempts to try to stop the elites from moving forward with their plans is futile. All right, it's futile, man. And now this is the second part of the article I want to bring forth, as well as this is the one that Congress just passed, actually just introduced, not passed. It hasn't been passed. It's been introduced. It's HR 550, Immunization Infrastructure Modernization Act of 2021. Sponsor Republican Custer and House of Energy and Commerce. So let's get some. Let's read the summary. This is HR 550, 117th Congress, 2021-2022. It says this bill directs the Department of Health and Human Services to take actions to improve data sharing and other aspects of immunization information system. These are confidential, population-based database that maintain a record of vaccine administration. Vaccine administration, that means a vaccine ID card. That's what it means. Okay, just like you have a regular license, ID, a state ID card, soon we're going to be required to have a vaccine ID card. All right, and that's going to bring about major segregation and societal segregation. So that's what the scripture speaks about, man. It says specifically HHS must develop a strategy and plan to improve these system, including system supported by the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, designate data and technology standards for use in these systems, and award grants to health departments and other government agencies to improve their system. As a condition of receiving the grants, recipients must use the designated standards. However, HHS may waive this condition in some circumstances. So the main point is that phrase right there. These are confidential population-based database that maintain a record of vaccine administration. So it's an ID vaccine card that just got introduced. So yeah, man. By the end of 2021, early 2022, it's gonna be. I believe that's because there's gonna be a major pushback from the population. When these things starts getting implemented, and that's gonna just force things to be elevated. To a military martial law and a quarantine being open. That's why Jake you gotta get your house in order, man. You gotta pray to Yahweh Shemashah that He strengthens your faith. The distractions, gotta cut out the distractions, man. It's time to get serious. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. It says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." So we're going into a scary time where men and women are both going to be afraid of the things that they're getting ready to witness, because the works that's going to be done into this place, man. The judgment of the Lord is going to come in ways of great death, great pestilence, major earthquakes, tyranny to the likes that have never been seen before, executions, mass executions. It's going to be crazy, man. Verse 7, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble." And who is Jacob? You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel. It says, "But he shall be saved out of it." All right, but Israel is going to be saved out of it, man. The elect are going to be saved out of it. So basically, that's all I want to bring forth today. Lord willing, I can upload this in the main page, but if not, this is probably gonna will probably go up at a backup page for about a week. Lord willing, I should be able to get back on my main page on Friday. Lord willing. Double honors to our apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom salutation to you, sincere Akim, Scholar for winds, pushing his truth and sincerity of heart. Because I'm God from the DC camp saying Shalom.